Hi. So Tony's asked me to talk about this park up. Usually he does it all, but really great little park up. He's just going to interrupt me now. Oh, take me away from home, away from Tony's asked me to talk about this park up because I found it. I feel very proud of myself. So it's on Park for Night. It's down as Felixstowe 17. Very quiet little place. It's an alleyway basically, or a little driveway shingle. It's set between a housing estate on our left as we face the sea, and to our right is like holiday cottages and a holiday park. So we've got the fence just outside to the right of us. Directly in front of us we've got the sea, literally, I don't know, 20 metres. Very quiet, peaceful, very clean. We've only had a couple of cars go past that were parked here, whether they were night fishing or whether they got up to go to work or come back from work, I don't know. And we are the very end of the promenade. It literally finishes where this drive is. And then it goes just onto sand to the right of us. So we're not going to outstay our welcome. We are going to move on today, but an absolute gem of a park up for the odd night.
It was very peaceful, quiet. All you could hear was the waves. It's rained all morning, but we're hoping for a little bit of a break. And we're going to go into the town today. Look around the shops. We'll go to the library because I need a couple of documents printed. So yeah, but the best thing about this spot is the location towards them toilets. There's also an outside shower there, so if you're really brave in these in the cold weather, you can also grab yourself a shower. The shower is there mainly if you've come off of the beach, so it's outside. That doesn't mean you can't use it. There you go. Finish me coffee. And then we'll head off into town.
So I know we say about Park for Night and we don't usually use it, but in England it is incredibly difficult to find park ups, or we find it's much more difficult to find park ups. And actually Park for Night can come into its own with these areas, especially the built up urbanised areas that we're not used to staying in really. So yeah, we can't complain this time. Park for Night, you came through for us.
We stopped using Park for Night because we started to call it Park for Poo. We just saw the amount of litter that's being left, but what we have noticed recently through Park for Night is a lot of the really wild camping spots have actually been taken off. So it's mainly all about just normal parking, of which this is a car park.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason we used it. And Claire found it last night, so good old Claire. We was going down to another one just down the road there, but this one looked better.
Less of the old.
Good Claire. Otherwise I'm not going to get any dinner. So before we run off into town, we just come back down to the front. We've got to nab a spot so that we can stay here tonight maybe. But we're going to go and have a look at them steps again because the tide's in, and Claire's couldn't wait to get out there and take a picture. So let's go and have a quick look at them stepping stones. As you can see, tide's in, it's quite mill pond, and Claire's trying to pull some of that contrast from the sky on top of them stepping stones there. but you can only just see the tops of them now, so quite interesting. But I want to come back here a little bit later. I think the sun's going to come out a bit, and I'm a fair weather photographer. No, I'm not. But yeah, it's strange. This looks like lumps of seaweed at the moment, and it's not quite high tide, so they are going to disappear some more yet.
I just like the light. It's strange. There is no light. It's not great for taking photographs in. Perfect if you want to take portraits, but not for stuff like this. There's no contrast. But what I'm after is a black and white, and I wanted the movement of the water, so it's a bit high at the moment. Okay. To blend the sky and the sea together is currently perfect.
They're really interesting. The little beach huts have got their own little platforms out to the sea.
They're posh beach huts.
Yeah.
Look at these ones. These ones are on the beach with their decking and their steps down to the sea.
I am really impressed with Felixstowe. Just a shame for the 20 years that we lived in this area, we never visited.
It was years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. Love and heartbreak was our life. We got drunk and smoked your dad's cigarettes. Dreamt of a life in a big town. Skyscrapers and neon lights.
When you're on the road, you don't carry your computer and your printer and everything else with you. So we've just managed to go into the library, and they actually print everything and download. They'll scan back all sorts of stuff like that for you at 20 pence a sheet. So well worth it, and thank you very much, library.
But if you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please do not let me go.
What are you doing?
Looking.
Is that what you're doing?
You've got the money. So yeah, that's all we're doing.
Time to get out of here. It'll get expensive.
On your cheeks, how you talked in your sleep. We had plans.
So that's us just walking out of Felixstowe town. We've walked through the gardens there, which are also lovely.
Yeah, seafront gardens.
Guys, look at this. What a difference a couple of hours makes. Look at the weather. Incredible. Don't know how we do it. We just do.
A little bit warm now. So it looks like there's been a bit of a petition to keep these beach huts here, which is the old spa area of Felixstowe. So these are this area had beach huts first in the UK, so they've been here for 130 years.
See what composition you're going for here.
Yeah.
Very nice. The gentle seas today, that's for sure. Very bright light on these breaker stones. Can't believe how warm it is.
So we're still in Felixstowe. You might be able to see the boardwalk pier behind me. I'm out of breath because we just walked uphill, but we're just going to get some provisions from the town.
The town is unusually really for a beach type of area, away from the promenade. So yeah, you have to burn some calories, which we need to do because we've had a nice cheese toasty for lunch, and the stuff, to be fair, really filled me up. The other thing is,
we had cake before that.
That wasn't what I was going to say.
That was earlier.
I wasn't going to give away that we had cake. What I was going to say is, there's still plenty of evening left, so it'd be good to go and do something. Wasn't going to be talking about stuffing our faces with cake.
If you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please do not let me go. Please do not let me go.
So Claire's currently on the phone to her dad, who's after some more van upgrades, so I'll be back in the workshop taking on some extra work, which is good for me, or good for us, shall we say. I'm not too sure what he's after.
See the high top?
No.
No. No.
No, it's a low
No, you're not.
top.
Yeah.
So when I built Ian's van, we went through a list of bits and pieces to make sure that he had everything that he wanted, and he was adamant he didn't want a TV. It was a TV. So we're just thinking the best ways of doing that, and that's the thing, guys. When you first get a van, you might think that you're not going to need it to do certain things, but always leave enough room and space and things so you can modify it. That's the way that we've built Ian's van. So I knew in the back of my mind, didn't we, Ian, Dad, that eventually we'd want more stuff in there, and looks like we're going to kit it out and go to the max on his van. And Claire's currently just discussing options for him. So not a bad spot for the night, that's for sure. We've had a lot worse, but this is where we're staying.
I still think of you, but if you hold me close, I won't let go again. We have time to grow. This wasn't a mistake, and we can grow old if you love me again, my friend. This time is different, so please do not let me go. Please do not let me go. Please do not let me go. It was years ago, but how can I forget? We were 16 up all night. Love and heartbreak was our life.
The scene we've got tonight is rather a special one. The sky's turning pink. You can see the large boats coming into Felixstowe out there, and it's just really, really, really nice.
I'm whooping his ass.
That's push her luck with me sometimes, guys, especially over Ludo. I've taught her well, let me tell you that for nothing. It's war now. This used to be a game, a van game, but now it's just total, all-out war. There you go. So we're still in the same spot, and we're going to get up early in the morning and move on. Yeah, we don't want to outstay our welcome. We've been told that it's fine here. There's a couple of vans. Some van down there has been parked up for 12 weeks, they were told. Someone said, didn't they?
Something daft.
Yeah, I don't think we want to stay for 12 weeks, do you?
No.
But a couple of days here, and then we're going to go further north up the coast. So let's see what that brings. Maybe a little bit more into the wild I'd like to find next. So, until the morning and the night.
Good night. 6. Good morning.
Good morning. Time to move on. Time to move on morning. Not too sure where, but other than head up north a little bit. Great night's sleep here again, guys. Great night's sleep. So nothing like a bit of photography first thing in the morning to wake up to on the glorious beach of Felixstowe. Really, really nice. So we're not alone this morning. As you can see down the side of the road there's a few vans parked up, which is great to see actually. Really, really nice. Oh dearie me, what a beautiful start to the day. So van building never stops. Anyone that's built their own van will tell you it just never stops. You're always trying to improve stuff and make things a little bit better or repair stuff. What we've got going on here is the diesel heater runs off the 2 leisure batteries at the front, but at the beginning all the diesel heaters, Chinese diesel heaters or Espacio or whatever, they draw quite a bit of current at the beginning on the start up. So we've got a big main battery wire, 15 amp, that's not, sorry, tell the lights, 25 amp battery wire that runs around to the back on an isolation switch, all fused and everything, and that kick starts the diesel heater that sits underneath here. However, when you don't get sun and your solar or your batteries are on there almost depleted, you're not going to get this thing started. You'll always spring up an error code. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a 12 volt jack input, just like a cigarette plug input, into the system, so that if we haven't got solar and the leisures are feeling a little bit down, shall we say, then I can plug the diesel heater straight into the Jackery 12 volt output, which is 10 amps, and hopefully that will deliver enough power for us to kickstart the diesel heater and cut out the leisure batteries. So that's what I'm doing now, just a modification, adding 12 volt plug into the system, isolated from the terminals there. Obviously we don't want the Jackery feeding all the way back to the leisure batteries, but just to the diesel heater, so we can really get that thing going when we've got no sun. So unbelievable weather, so much so we're going on the hunt for an ice cream. That's what we're doing here. So I finished that modification, checked it out, worked perfectly. So as long as the Jackery has got enough to throw that 10 amps, which it has, I think max rating's around 10 amp, so as long as that's got enough to kickstart the heater, then we're covered in all eventualities. Could just do with more power. So, great, eh?
Yeah.
Where are we off?
Gonna find ice cream.